you get me?
I did.
I'm out of breath. Hopefully you can hear that. This post is on high intensity, so I thought I'd start it out all out of breath. That was a 30-second hill interval. And some of you have been following my fitness journey. I've lost 26 pounds and 13.5% body fat in the last 8.5 months. I hired a personal coach, Steve Bechtel of Elemental Gym. I work out twice a week with him, weights and metabolic and strength, and lifting a lot of weights and doing a lot of exercises with little rest. And then 3 times a week, he prescribes workouts for me that are also high intensity, usually intervals and tempos workouts. And one of my friends, a good friend of mine who also trains at Elemental Gym, recently asked me, what does high intensity look like? She was a little concerned that maybe she's holding back a little. And so that's what this video blog is about. What is high intensity? What do I mean by that? Okay. So what do I mean by high intensity? I tried to decide what does that look like besides that hill interval that you got to see me run up as hard as I could. So I'll try to describe what I mean by high intensity. It's not pretty. Depending on the temperature, you know, if I'm outside in the summer or if the gym's warm and I'm working really hard, there's probably sweat flying. If I'm on the elliptical trainer, you know, I'm going all out. That's the best way I can describe it. You're moving, turning over your steps as fast as you can. Just going 100%, you know. Like Steve, my personal coach, likes to say, he says all alarms should be sounding. So in other words, you feel like you're almost going to failure, like your body might give out. You're pushing it to the absolute maximum. And that is a great way of describing it. I also was thinking a lot about high intensity versus a regular workout on the treadmill or a long jog or something. And one thing is, during high intensity, you're not doing a lot of thinking, at least in my case. Now, when I do a tempo workout or a steady state workout or a really long hike, it can be real mind clearing and contemplative, and I can reflect, and I have some of my greatest business ideas when I'm on these long, steady state, you know, type of workouts. But high intensity, I'm not thinking at all, except for maybe when is this minute going to be over, or when's this 20 seconds going to be over. It's so intense that you're not thinking, you're only focused on the task at hand, giving everything you've got. Your heart is pumping, you're sweating, turning your legs as fast as you can if you're on a machine. I'm not listening to great music. I'm listening to Black Eyed Peas, Metallica. These are some of my tricks to getting through my intervals. It's all about high energy and just getting these things over with. But the thing that I want to point out is that this high intensity works really great, because I've lost a lot of weight, and it's the first time in my life I've really done high intensity on a regular basis. And so I'm sold on it, that it works. The other advantage of high intensity is that, you know, I used to think that to lose weight you're going to have to spend hours and hours on a treadmill or Stairmaster or elliptical trainer, and you probably can do that. And it probably will be pretty easy, but it's going to take a whole bunch of time. With high intensity, you can get a huge workout and a lot of benefit for weight loss and fat loss and fitness in as little as 6 minutes, according to my trainer, and I would probably vouch for that. I've had a couple of 6-minute workouts when I'm traveling. So the advantage of high intensity is that it doesn't require very much time. So you can't really use no time as an excuse. But you do have to be willing to not have anything left over. Why high intensity workouts? To give you a couple examples of the ones that I do, you know, it might be 10, 20-second bursts with 40 seconds of recovery in between. And if you add that up, that's not a lot of time, but you are going all out for 20 seconds, 10 times in a row with just 40 seconds in between. I think that ends up being 10 minutes total. Could be 1 to 3 minutes uphill as hard as you can, and then walk down, and you might do that 5 times. Could be on the step mill or the Stairmaster or the treadmill or the bike, where you're going for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, or 1-minute intervals, and you're going all out for that duration. So that's what I mean by a high intensity workout. Okay. So I would challenge you to just, the next time you're supposed to do high intensity, you know, what are you holding back for? I mean, You know, if you have anything left afterwards, then you weren't exercising at high intensity. One final thing to add, Steve Bechtel said that, and I totally 100% absolutely agree with this, that high intensity can have a real cathartic effect. So while I'm not having brainstorms and solving problems like I might be on my long hikes, it can be a real stress reliever. You know, you're blowing off steam because you're going on all cylinders. So that's another benefit to going all out on your high intensity. So thanks, that was it for today.